Good morning to all. Today we are going to discuss about the module Zoological Nomenclature. In this module, my topic is synonyms and homonyms, law of priority. Then third one is rejection of names. First one is synonyms and homonyms. If more than one name is given to a taxon, all these names are known as synonyms. Then what is meant by synonyms means if more than one name is given to a taxon or more than one name is provided to a taxon, then all provided names, that is called as synonyms. In synonyms, they have two types: senior synonyms and junior synonyms. Among the synonyms, the first published valid name is called as senior synonyms, and subsequent one, later one, is called as junior synonyms. There are two kinds of junior synonyms. There are two type of junior synonyms. The one kind is called as objective synonyms, and second one is the subjective synonyms. In the case of objective synonyms, the name is proposed for same specimens or the name for supposedly preoccupied names. That term is known as objective synonyms. The second kind is called as only in opinion of one or more workers of a group. That is called as subjective synonyms. And there are the two examples. The first example for senior synonym and the junior synonym is senior synonym is Dirhenis Oratus by Ashemed in 1905. And in the case of junior synonym, Dirhenis Cercinus by Housin and Agarwal in 1981. That Narendran is synonyms in 1989. Then second example is senior synonym is the Aureus, that by Walker 1847. Then the junior synonym is Australophyllae by Gerhardt in 1922. Then Bowsick synonyms in 1988. Then second one is meant homonyms. What is meant by homonyms? Homonyms arise when the same name is used for two or more different taxa. That is called as homonyms. Then homonyms means when the same name is used for the two or more different taxa is called as homonyms. And here too, senior synonyms is first published the valid name. Then there are two different examples. The first example, senior homonym means Psychophila karnatakensis by Joseph and Abruhiman in 1968. Then the junior homonym is Psychophila karnatakensis Mukherjee in 1981. The second example is senior homonym excess by Jones 1950 and junior homonym excess by Rio by 1960. Senior homonym is valid and junior homonym needs a replacement name. Okay, then senior homonym means it is a valid name and the junior homonym means it is a replacement name. As per Code of Ethics in Systematics, any zoologist who find out homonym must be way of professional etiquette inform author an opportunity to propose a replacement name. If the said author is not alive, the revisor can propose a name. Okay, when the author is not alive, then revisor can propose that name, and in that case, belay cautelous to name taxa after the author of the junior homonym. For example, means Psychophila Mukherjee, that Narendran, if Narendran is a revisor. Okay, that means the Mukherjee is alive, then Narendran can revise her and Narendran can propose the name. So that is called as Xylophila Mukherjee Narendran if Narendran is a revisor. In such cases, the original author, in the case of Mukherjee, of the junior homonym law species, since it will now associated with name of revisor in the term here Narendran. For example, here early we have said but Xylophila Mukherjee Narendran. In that case, Narendran is an revisor, then it is termed as the Xylophila Mukherjee Narendran. A typical example of homonymy which appeared in 1992 is reproduced below to show the bad practice ethics which still prevailing among some taxonomists. The second topic is law of priority. In the case of law of priority, according to the rule, valid name of taxon is oldest available name applied to it provided it conforms with rule of nomenclature. Here what we said by the rule of nomenclature, rule of the priority means, or law of the priority means, the valid name of a taxon is oldest available name applied to it and that it is provided it conform with the rules of nomenclature. Rule of priority is to promote the stability of the names. That means the rule of priority that will promote the stability of the names. The word priority actually denotes priority of the publication. When more than one correct name is available for a taxon, valid name will be earliest legitimate name in the same rank. This can be illustrated by the following example. For the example, the insect species Epitranus erythrogaster was described by Cameron in 1888 and same species was described by several authors as follows. In the case of law of priority, what is meant by law of priority? That means the valid name of a taxon is the oldest available name that will given to it or applied to it and that provided it conform with the rules of nomenclature. In the case, for example, there is one insect, the name is called as Epitranus erythrogaster, described by Cameron in 1888, and the same time the same species was described by several authors, different authors, as the following. In that is described by several years. That is first one is Epitranus erythrogaster by Cameron in 1888, and the same species that is described by Crawford in 1910, that is Anacryptus sculptranus, that is by the Crawford in 1910, and the same species by Massey in 1938. The name is Anacryptus canquensis. Then the Aritocerodius ceylonensis by Money in 1936. These four species is a same type of insect. Since Cameron name Epitranus erythrogaster is earliest legitimate name, it is accepted as valid name. That is means that is a senior synonym. That means the Epitranus erythrogaster is a senior synonym, and according to the law of priority, all other name becomes invalid name. Then that is called as junior synonyms. Okay, this is the best example for understanding what senior synonym and the junior synonym. That means the first name, that first insect name described by Cameron in 1888. The name is called as Epitranus erythrogaster, and in the several and same species, the several authors was described by several names, and that all other names, that is the invalid names, and it is become junior synonyms. And the first one is the erythrogaster, that means Epitranus erythrogaster by Cameron, that is accepted as a valid name and is called as senior synonym. If two names for the same taxa is published simultaneously, the first revisor can select the better known name than the other one even if this one later little known one has line or page precedence, which is known priority. If a new name is spelled in more than one way in the original publication, the first revisor has to select the spelling which is most commonly used. Then the third topic is rejection of names. In the rejection of names, a published name which does not meet requirement of rules of nomenclature is considered as rejected name. Okay, then what is meant by rejected name? A published name, okay, the first published name which does not meet any requirements of rules of nomenclature. The rules of nomenclature that does not require any means, that is called, that considered is called as that is considered, or that is name is called as the rejected name. There are 7 type of rejected name. That is, the first one is nomen nudum, a published name which does not meet the requirement of rules of nomenclature. The name published after Linnean period should have diagnosis or description followed, and in the case of genera with designation of type species. A manuscript name is an unpublished nomen nudum. Then second one is nomen confusum. This is used for a name mostly in botany which is based on a type of consisting two or more entirely discordant element. If an author publishes a new taxa based on a type specimen of plant which has a bud with inflorescence of another taxa attached, in the case it is most usually in botany, so that is called as so it is termed as the nomen confusum, and with the inflorescence of another taxa attached artificially by a person purposely or not with the name is known as nomen confusum and will be rejected as per code of nomenclature. The third one is the nomen dubium. When a name of nominal species for which is available evidence is insufficient to permit recognition of taxonomic species to which it was applied, then that name is known as nomen dubium and that will rejected. It is an available name whose genus cannot be identified, and this name although is a correct name of some species but which one is not known. The fourth one is nomen oblatum. That means if a senior synonym has not been used for 50 years or more since this formation, it is considered as long forgotten name and loses its validity as per pre 1973 Code of Zoological Nomenclature. In such a case, competing junior name which was widely used during that period become valid name. However, there were strong criticisms in commission for this rule, and it was later certified that such junior names had to be used at least 5 different authors in at least 10 publications during 50-year period in order to make rate senior name invalid. The fifth one is nomen conservanda. That means when widely used junior names are considered valid against strict priority of using many little non-senior synonym, these junior name are considered name or namina conservanda by the Code of Zoological or the Botanical Nomenclature. The sixth one is nomina rejecta or regicidia or regicinda. That means when a name is rejected by commission of zoological or botanical nomenclature, it is known as a rejected name. The seventh one is nomina ambigium. That means in botany, a name will be rejected when it is used for different taxa and it becomes a source of mistake. These all are the rejection of names. Then what is an rejection of name means a publisher name which does not meet any requirement of rules of nomenclature, and that is termed as the rejected name. And today we are discuss about the synonyms and homonyms. And what is when by synonyms means more than one name given to a taxon, and that all given or that provided name is known as synonyms. It contained with the senior synonyms and the junior synonyms. The first published valid name is called as a senior synonym, and the subsequent one is the junior synonym. And there are two type of junior synonyms. That the first kind is objective synonyms, and second junior synonym is called subjective synonyms. And there is a law of priority. Then according this the rule, the valid name of taxon is the oldest available name applied to it, and that it conforms with the rule of nomenclature. And there is an example by using the insect species, that is Epitranus erythrograstia, described by Cameron in 1888, and the same species described by several others by several names, and there are four different names for given that insect. Then third topic is the rejection of names. In the rejection of names, there what is meant by rejection of name is the published name which does not meet any requirement of rules of nomenclature, that is called as a rejected name. And there are 7 type of rejected name we studied, and these all are the topics. And the reference is the Introduction to Taxonomy by T.C. Narendran. Thank you.